Shalom, shalom, family. It's YAHUSHA from YAH'S Assembly. Y'all know what time it is. A psalm or two a day. Today we're going over Psalms 22. Now let's get into it. Psalms 22, verse 1. My Elohim, why hast thou forsaken me? Why art thou so far from helping me and from the words of my roaring? So David is crying out to the Most High, and it seems as if the Most High is not listening and that he's far from him. And I know through the trials and tribulations that we all go through, there's times when we feel like we're alone and that there's no one there that can save us. But we gotta keep sending that takina, that prayer for favor, up to the Most High, because he will hear you and he will deliver you. Just have faith, the faith of a mustard seed, and things will change. Mountains will move, and you will receive Yahusha, or salvation. Verse 2. O my Elohim, I cry in the daytime, but thou hearest not, and in the night season, and am not silent. So he is crying perpetually, continually for help. But thou art holy, O thou that inhabitest the praises of Israel. We got to get out of this mode to where we thinking, or to where we think that praising the Most High is too, quote unquote, churchy. It's too Christian, because these are things that are special to the Most High, holy to the Most High, a sweet savor to the Most High. Because like David says, he inhabits the praises of his people, of Israel. Our fathers trusted in thee. They trusted, and thou didst deliver them. They cried unto thee, and were delivered. They trusted in thee, and were not confounded. But I am a worm and no man, a reproach of men, and despised of the people. So David, he's just recounting all the times that his forefathers and foremothers cried out to the Most High and were delivered. And then he says, but I am a worm and no man, a reproach of men, and despised of the people. All they that see me laugh me to scorn. They shoot out the lip, they shake their head, saying, he trusted on Yahuwah, that he would deliver him. Let him deliver him, seeing he delighted in him. Because even in today's, day, especially when you get to certain camps, or even certain just newly awakened or awakened, quote unquote, Israelites or believers, it's all about Torah, 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 but nothing that speaks to their relationship with the Most High. Yes, the Torah, the instructions give you a better understanding of the nature of the Most High, but you still gotta work on that relationship, so he can give you the revelations, so he can help you to not be snared by the enemy. What child, what son, or what daughter doesn't have to work on the relationship that they have with their earthly mother or their earthly father? We got to get out of that, and we got to get back to the formal things, to the basic things. This should be something that we're grateful to do, that we're happy to do, that we joy in, that we delight in. Praising the Most High, letting people know about him, being a light to the Gentiles, being a light to the world. Verse 9. But thou art he that took me out of the womb. Thou didst make me hope when I was upon my mother's breasts. So even from his conception, he was the Most High's. We got to start thinking of ourselves as sons and daughters of Elohim, of Elyon, of the Most High, of Yahuwah, who some call God. I was cast upon thee from the womb. Thou art my Elohim from my mother's belly. Be not far from me, for trouble is near, for there is none to help. And David continues to use these tactics, these supplications, because the Most High is activated when you have no might in your hand, when all of your attempts have been exhausted, when you humble yourself and pray and realize that it is He that have made us and not we ourselves. When you get to that point, and when praying and praising is a habit, so miracles also become habits for you. They become normal. The Most High, from His throne from heaven, pleads your cause. And there's no greater attorney to ever have to plead your cause than the Most High. I'm going to read verse 11 again. Be not far from me, for trouble is near, for there is none to help. Many bulls have compassed me. Strong bulls of Bashan have beset me round. They gaped upon me with their mouths as a ravening and a roaring lion. Because that's what people do. They gnash their teeth at you. They talk crazy to you. They say that you're a fool, that you're foolish for believing in the unseen, for having that mustard seed of faith, for believing that Yahuwah is, and that He is a rewarder of those that diligently seek Him. Verse 14. I am poured out like water, and all my bones are out of joint. My heart is like wax. It is melted in the midst of my bowels. So David literally, figuratively, and spiritually cried out to the Most High with nothing left. He left nothing in the tank because he needed Him to save him, because he realized that of his own strength, he could do nothing. He couldn't overcome his enemies, which were more and mightier than him in numbers. We got to be humble. And we got to make sure that we're not making flesh our arm. David had a sound mind. He believed that the Most High can do these things, that He would protect him, because David was doing the things that were pleasing to the Most High. David had a heart after the Most High's. David, he had sophronismos, which is the Greek word for a sound mind, which means that he had self-discipline and self-control. David had tamim, which means he was complete wholesome. It can also mean healthful. It means that he was innocent and that he had integrity. So his integrity would not let him be full of pride. It reminded him to always be humble and meek, for the meek shall inherit the earth. David also knew and believed in the Most High's marpe, another deviation of a sound mind, which means that is your healing, that is your remedy, that is your cure. All of his bones were out of joint, from pain, from sorrow, at the gates of death. But he believed that the Most High is the cure, is the remedy. He believed that the Most High was his marpe. Marpe. Verse 15. My strength is dried up like a potsherd, and my tongue cleaveth to my jaws. And thou hast brought me unto the dust of death. Because again, all the sorrows, all the enemies that were wearing on him to death, and only the Most High could deliver him from out of the shadow of death. For dogs have encompassed me. For dogs have compassed me. The assembly of the wicked have enclosed me. They pierced my hands and my feet. So that's another unique thing about this particular psalm, because this is actually a prophecy as well about the coming Messiah. Yahusha, who was coming to be the sin offering, to bring those and to reconcile those that were under the first covenant back into the fold, as well as those that cleave to the covenant. David, because he was seeking after the Most High with his whole heart, because he was poured out like water, the Most High allowed him to be able to see these dreams and these visions of things that would happen to the Messiah. But we believe that his name is Yahusha. For dogs have compassed me. The assembly of the wicked have enclosed me. They pierced my hands and my feet. I may tell all my bones, they look and stare upon me, that they part my garments among them and cast lots upon my vesture. All this happened to the Messiah, Yahusha. But be not thou far from me, O Yahuwah, O my strength, haste to help me. So again, he's pleading to the Most High to hear his cause and to be not away from him in his time of trouble, because he's Jacob, and Yahuwah delivers Jacob out of his trouble. Deliver my soul from the sword, my darling from the power of the dog. See, and a lot of people, like in Old Testament only, they think that this is only talking about King David. But if you look up what the word for my darling is there in verse 20, that literally means beloved or begotten. Beloved or begotten. That word is Yakid. It means only begotten son. This is a future prophecy. Save me from the lion's mouth, for thou hast heard me from the horns of the unicorn. I will declare thy name unto my brethren. In the midst of the congregation will I praise thee. So he's letting the Most High know that this is what he's going to do, because he knows that the Most High will fight for him, will save him, and he's letting him know he's making a covenant with the Most High. He's using his pay action. Pay or pa'ah means your words, because death and life is in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. You know you're going to eat from the fruit of your mouth. So he's letting the Most High know the things that he will do. So I'm going to read that again. Save me from the lion's mouth, for thou hast heard me from the horns of the unicorns. I will declare thy name unto my brethren. In the midst of the congregation will I praise thee. You, or yea, that fear Yahuwah, praise him. All you seed of Jacob, glorify him and fear him, all you seed of Israel, because it's our reasonable service. Fear Elohim, fear Eluah, and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For he hath not despised nor abhorred the affliction of the afflicted, neither hath he hid his face from him. But when he cried unto him, he heard him. You gotta have faith, because faith without works is dead. So cry unto him, because the Most High, he sees your affliction, and he already knows what you need. But we still have to humble ourselves and pray, because Eluah, Yahuwah, will be exalted. My praise shall be of thee in the great congregation. I will pay my vows before them that fear him. So again, he's letting the Most High know the things that he is going to do. He's going to praise the Most High in front of everybody, in front of the congregation. He's going to recount the tender mercies of Yahuwah, his long suffering, his mercy, his chesed. The meek shall eat and be satisfied. They shall praise Yahuwah that seek him. Your heart shall live forever. Now we know that your heart is your mind. That word is lebab or leb, your inner man. So he's saying your mind, your character, your authority, your nature, your rule, your dominion shall live forever. All the ends of the world shall remember and turn unto Yahuwah, and all the kindreds of the nations shall worship before thee. Again, this is a future prophecy. For the kingdom is Yahuwah's, and he is the governor among the nations. He is the ruler. He is the king among the nations. All they that be fat upon earth shall eat and worship. Everybody, rich or poor. All they that go down to the dust shall bow before him, because before the name Yahuwah or Yahusha, every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess. And none can keep alive his own soul. Because we don't have power over that. Even though our lives are in our own hands, according to David in Psalms, no one can keep it alive if Yahuwah says it's over with, it's done. A seed shall serve him, a future prophecy. It shall be accounted to Adoni for a generation. And we know that generation, when we get back to living long periods of life again, it's going to be what? As if 1,000 years is as of a day. Once we get back to having that sound mind that was originally given to us and that we were deceived into losing, getting kicked out of the Garden of Eden, which actually breaks down into the enclosure of pleasure. A seed shall serve him, and it should be accounted to Adoni for a generation. They shall come and shall declare his righteousness into a people that shall be born, that he had done this. This is a future prophecy. This is not talking about David. This is talking about the seed of David. Because of the covenant that David had with the Most High, that he would always have a son or a seed to reign on the throne. And we know who that seed is. That is the Messiah, the Mashiach, who some call Yeshua, who some call Jesus, who we believe his name is Yahusha, YAH'S salvation. So I want to say all praises to the Most High Yah through his beloved son Yahusha HaMashiach. Peace and blessings to the 12 tribes scattered abroad and to the strangers that cleave to the covenant, because Yahuwah loves strangers. This is again Ya'ak Yehuda from Yah's Assembly. Shalom. Whoa, 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 whoa.